When will Bitcoin stop oscillating and establish a clear direction? If you're interested in knowing more about this, please keep watching. Bybit is one of the best exchanges I've ever used. It provides great market depth, a smooth user experience, and an impeccable interface. Now, by clicking the link below and completing the KYC process with a deposit of $100, you will receive a Bitcoin contract position worth $1,000. So how to do it? All you need to do is click the link below, complete the KYC process, and deposit $100. Then, you can choose whether you want to receive a long or short position, and Bybit will set it up for you immediately, without any waiting. You will receive a position worth $1,000. In other words, if the market moves 10% in the direction you choose, you will have already doubled your initial capital of $100. Even if you get a margin closeout and incur losses, it's completely fine, because you can still withdraw your initial deposit of $100. Now, let's return to the Bitcoin market. To begin, I believe we should start by examining the weekly chart. The current position on the weekly chart is quite crucial and significant. Why? It's like this. If we disregard the long shadows, which you can find here, and focus on the real body of the candlesticks, we can see that Bitcoin has been trading within this price channel without a breakout. There are 2 touch points above and 3 touch points below. According to channel standards, we should ideally have at least 2 touch points both above and below. In the current situation, it has met this requirement, since there are 3 touch points below and 2 above. Only when this channel is broken would I consider that we no longer have any opportunities for short positions. Even the likelihood of breaking a new low is very, very low at this point. However, we should still be cautious if the price encounters resistance at this level, because it may increase the probability of breaking a new low. But in my opinion, this is an extremely unlikely scenario. The probability is very, very small. Nevertheless, we still need to pay attention to whether Bitcoin can ultimately break upward from this level. And this breakout must be accompanied by significant volume. As you can see, the price here is moving upward, but the volume keeps declining. So, if the bull market wants to continue, extend further, and go higher, we must see a substantial increase in bullish volume. However, as of now, there are signs of exhaustion in the smaller time frames, and this is a serious indication of bullish exhaustion. Let's look at a smaller time frame, specifically the daily chart. On the daily chart, we can see that there is also a channel forming. Let's draw it this way. Like this. The channel has a slight downward slope, and currently, there is no significance in volume. However, we can observe that it has entered a bearish trend as we can see lower highs and lows. This indicates a bearish trend dominating over the bullish one. So, at present, the bearish side has an advantage over the bullish side. Moreover, on the daily time frame, the bullish moving averages are about to reverse. The price has been consistently below the moving averages, which will bring down the moving averages, because this is EMA, which is sensitive and weighted. If the short-term moving average goes below the long-term moving average, the market will soon have a bearish alignment, possibly as early as next week. In that case, the previous bullish trend on the daily chart will be considered completely over. Therefore, it is crucial for us to witness a breakout to the upside that holds above the moving averages. Let's also examine the current range the price is oscillating in. If it wants to form a top, we need to ask whether it is sufficient. We can see that it has been around 2 months, slightly more than 2 months, with a volume accumulation of 876K, 876,000. However, there is still a significant gap compared to the volume of the lower region. Now, let's focus on this area. Okay. It's almost time. But the upper region's volume is only about half of the lower region's. So, if we consider the current volume accumulation, after all, the volume here is relatively high. In contrast, in the current box, the trading volume is relatively low. If we were to expect a similar volume to previous trends, it would likely take another 2 months of trading for such volume to accumulate. This means that if the bullish trend fails to break through the upper boundary of the channel we mentioned earlier, then it is highly likely that it's forming a top. Regarding this top, let's discuss how we analyze it. If, in the following 2 months, around 120 days, both the volumes of higher and lower regions become equal, if we see a downside breakout, the upper region will probably have already formed a top. Once formed, it will be extremely difficult for the price to revisit that area. Currently, the market has entered a phase of oscillation, right? Many traders find it challenging to make profits in such market conditions, especially when trading manually. Oscillating markets make it difficult to generate substantial gains, as significant profits often rely on trending movements. For instance, the recent bullish trends presented opportunities for profitable trades. However, during periods of consolidation, trading opportunities become scarce. A favorable market requires a gradual build-up. Whether it's a bullish or bearish trend, there must be a period of consolidation before making an extensive movement. As we observed in the previous examples, the upward trends were preceded by boring consolidation phases. This consolidation period lays the foundation for this uptrend, too. At present, it's likely in the process of building up another significant trend. We must exercise patience and wait for this trend to materialize before following its trajectory. Let's switch to the 4-hour time frame. Here, we can observe an S/R reversal as it served as support and resistance. The price tested the resistance twice, indicating the prevailing bearish sentiment. Here, we can plot a lower boundary. We'll have to wait and see how it unfolds. From a bullish perspective, regardless of the size of the potential upward trend, as long as it wants to be bullish, the price must firmly establish itself above the support level, around 27,400. Until this condition is met, it is prudent not to consider any bullish scenarios, or engage in long positions, or spot buying. To initiate any bullish operations or actions, we need a solid foothold above the 27,400 level. Overall, the current market sentiment appears to be gradually shifting from bullish to bearish. Alright, thank you. You're welcome. To like and share my videos and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the little bell button to show me your greatest support. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.